All right, so here we have an article from CNBC.com. House Speaker John Boehner offered Wednesday to pursue a deal with a victorious President Obama that will include higher taxes, quote, under the right conditions, to help reduce the nation's staggering debt and put its finances in order. Quote, Mr. President, this is your moment, Boehner told reporters, speaking about the fiscal cliff that will hit in January. We want you to lead. Boehner said House Republicans are asking Obama to make good on a balanced approach that would include spending cuts and addresses government social benefit programs. Quote, let's find the common blah, 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 blah. So, day after. Now, my initial reaction was, what caused this other than the election? I mean, it was certainly wasn't like Obama got like a mandate. But then I got to thinking about it. What gets Congress to move? Think about it. There's one thing that gets Congress to move, and it's when the stocks drop. And it looks like today the Dow was down over 300 points, the S&P 33, NASDAQ 74 points, all of them off over 2%. And even more than that, if we go into stocks, let me find the ones here who were hit the most. Look who was hit the hardest. Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, ExxonMobil. Whenever the banks start going down, that's the only time you see Congress get off their ass. It's just the way it is. And it's kind of fascinating, actually, seeing that there is a way to get them off their ass. Now, of course, I'm not going to agree with the whole tax cut thing, but it's all sort of, I don't know, it's just reached a point to me that it's like, who gives a shit? If raise some taxes and then you cut some spending, maybe that's what the people deserve. I mean, if they vote for Obama, then that's what they deserve. So give it to them. I mean, who cares at this point? Does it really make a difference? I mean, I don't know that I really care one way or another. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. The only thing is, if they come to some sort of bullshit agreement, where that phrase, getting something done, we have to do something. We have to do something. What is that phrase? It's, we've take action. We've got to take action. So they hate inaction, even though that's really what they do is inaction, which means they're going to be making stupid decisions. So it was just interesting noting that Bank of America tanks, J.P. Morgan tanks, Boehner extends olive branch on fiscal cliff. There was another one. Harry Reid was even saying some of the same stuff. What this is Boehner realizing the political situation they're in terms of it's better to do it now and get it out of the way now so that they have more time for people to forget about it. Because conservatives are going to be pissed off, angry, because it's not the time for a tax increase, that whole thing. So, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, more fail. But, who knows what kind of agreement they're going to come to. They're going to rock in a hard place. But this is what happens when parties continually moderate. There's no one ever really wins anything. Even when they win, they don't really win because they can't. Because then they wouldn't get elected. Because then they wouldn't be moderate anymore. So they never really win. They spend all their, and it's the irony of it. They say, well, you gotta vote for the lesser of two evils. You gotta get elected. Well, it depends what we're talking about. I can moderate towards less government. I can moderate towards lower deficits. I can moderate towards limited government, but I can't moderate towards more government. So it kind of depends on what we're talking about. And I firmly believe that the Republican Party just simply needs to run real candidates. In liberal areas, they need to run more sort of leftist libertarians, and in more conservative areas, they need to run more right libertarians. I think that's the answer going forward, but who knows? See ya!